nothing but L after L after L for X motherfucking box. And this L that we're gonna talk about first has less to do with Xbox. I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, that's what you might be saying. This first L has less to do with Xbox and more to do with GameStop. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar, let me catch you up to speed. Long story short, Xbox put the final bastion, their last hope, and let me rephrase that because I feel like I can phrase that a little bit better. So, as y'all know, the three biggest companies in the gaming space are Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox. PC is a platform, but it's not really, But you know what? I'm gonna just say all four. When it comes to the gaming space, there are four giants. The PC platform, the Steam platform, the Yakuza known as Nintendo that own their own platform, and Xbox. And out of those four platforms, currently the weakest one is Xbox, because there's no real reason to buy an Xbox. There's nothing forcing you to buy an Xbox, at all. So they're the weakest platform right now. And the thing that in previous years would make you buy an Xbox is their exclusive. No more. Because they finally put their biggest IP, Halo, on PlayStation. Now, that's the little synopsis of what happened. Now, the way that this ties into GameStop, which one is it? Not this one. Did I save the original one? No, I didn't. Hold on. Let me just go to the GameStop page, and then I'll go from there. So originally, what happened? Matter of fact, let me revoke my fucking like back, because this shit not funny anymore. Originally, what happened is GameStop put out a statement saying, oh, the console wars are over. Oh, the console wars are over. You know, making a little jokey joke since they're a gaming company. And I was like, you know what? Haha, LOL. And I even liked the post, as you seen me undo just a moment ago. Wait, hold up. I pressed the wrong button on something. But then how do you go through the fucking quotes? No. How do you check quotes on desktop? Fuck, I legit forgot. Post engagements. Quotes, there we go. There is it, this one. Here we go. So let me restate that, cause like I'm trying to turn these into TikToks. I'm trying to build my content grind. So at first, not Xbox. So at first, GameStop put out a little statement making a joke. Why do y'all swear to God I look like Kai Cenat? The nigga don't even got dreads no more. How the fuck do I look like Kai, nigga? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I had to clap it up. I had to clap it up for you. Rage bait successful. Rage bait successful. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So GameStop put out a post making a little jokey joke saying, oh, the console wars is over. PlayStation got Halo. And that was one thing, right? People thought it was funny. We was laughing. Then the White House, with this crazy maniac Mango did, is they put another piss-colored AI video on the official White House page, which, by the way, if you see a gray check mark on Twitter, that means that is a government account, and for this one, specifically the White House. They put this piss-colored AI post up on a repost of a GameStop post. Yeah, bro, you didn't know? That's not a joke. That's not a joke at all, by the way. Let me show you. Halo campaign evolve. Yeah, Halo campaign evolve coming to PS5. I'm not joking, bro. Nigga, where you been? You been in a coma? This nigga been asleep for the last week. Cause I know I usually talk about niche gaming news type stuff, but That one's been everywhere, bro. But I mean, to be fair, it was recent. You never knew. Yeah, it is a recent announcement, so maybe it just took you a little while to find out, but that's why you here. Welcome, nigga. But the White House, they reposted this little piss-colored AI picture. GameStop could have left it at that. But wait, I gotta make sure the music restart. That's the second one. GameStop could have left it at that. But nope. They decided to make their own piss-colored AI picture that nobody asked for. GameStop. This is why we don't like you, nigga. I swear to God, GameStop is the only establishment I know where the biggest fans of the medium that store specializes in hate that store the most. If you line up 100 gamers, 101 of those gamers fucking hate GameStop. And no, there isn't a math miscalculation. There's one person in that line that hates GameStop so much, he takes up 3 slots by himself and cancels out the one person that do like GameStop. That's how deep that nigga's hatred is for GameStop. Every gamer I know hates GameStop. I've never met a nigga in the knitting that says I hate Michaels. Never. Every gamer I know hates GameStop. That's not crazy to you. You ever heard a nigga that loves books say fuck Barnes and Noble? I've never heard that. I never met somebody who's a gamer who said I love GameStop. That's not crazy? Like, how is it you don't understand your biggest audience? How, bro? How? How is this a thing? Why? Nope. GameStop. I don't know if y'all know people still buy physical copies of games. Yes, bro. Yes. I don't know if you understand this, but when you digitally download a game, at any time, whenever the publishers feel like it, they could just say, you know what? Fuck you, nigga, and just take the game off your hard drive. There's actually an initiative in Europe called Stop Killing Games behind that. So yes, people still buy physical video games because they don't want stuff like that to happen. And like, it's a very hard fight because yeah, some games don't come on a disc, but when they do come on a disc, you should really get them on the disc. Because if there's a power outage and there's no internet, you can at least still play the 1.0 version of the game. Versus if you download the game and there has to be all this extra DRM shit where you gotta log on to the internet and check and see if you got the game. Like, nah, that's a bunch of extra steps that might not always be available. You also gotta keep in mind, some people live in places where the internet is terrible. Because, I don't know if you're American or not, but in America, as usual, there's a very long-standing history of internet companies lobbying for different laws to be put in place so that nobody has fast internet. Because long story short, there was one time in America where internet was put down that was so fucking fast, all the internet companies said nah, and they lobbied against it, and they said we never want anybody to have fast internet. We want to give people dog shit internet and charge them through the roof prices. So some people can't download the game because their internet infrastructure is designed to be fucking terrible through lobbying. So yeah, there's a lot of people that buy physical copies of games. And GameStop being a large retailer, a lot of people go to GameStop, but I'm here to tell you, stop shopping at GameStop. Go to your local mom and pop shop. GameStop is literally supporting a Nazi. GameStop is literally supporting a nigga in a Black Death Note book full of names of people that like little kids. GameStop is supporting a nigga that's taking food out of people's mouths. And if you don't want to count EBT as taking food out of people's mouths, what about the part where he burned thousands of pounds of perfectly good non-perishable food? That's a real thing that he did. Instead of giving that food to some people or giving it to some farms to feed the pigs and slop, something, nigga burnt the food. But enough about that. Bigger point is fucking GameStop, we will forever fucking hate you. And by we, I mean the whole gaming community. Again, If you line up 1,000 gamers, 999 of those 9,999 of those gamers will hate GameStop, and the last person will be dead. You lined up 1,000 people and one of them was dead. Every gamer living fucking hates GameStop. But to keep it going, and talk about some more calm Xbox news. Now, we're gonna read through the article a bit, but I've seen the last week or so, some people clown Xbox for coming out and saying that they don't believe that their biggest competition is other gaming consoles, and that they believe their biggest competition is TikTok. And I fully agree with that, and I think they're very right. So first, we're gonna get the actual quote. Might read a little bit of the article for some context, and then I'm gonna talk about my thoughts from there. Following their announcement, blah 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 blah. This recent reveal, blah blah blah. Matt Booty, yes, that's his real last name, had an interview with the New York Times. In an interview, while discussing the decision to bring Halo to PS5, their #1 exclusive, Booty stated, "We are all seeking to meet people where they are. Our biggest competition isn't another console. We are competing more and more with everything from TikTok to movies." I agree. I definitely agree. All right, so now that I got the full quote, yeah, I agree with him. What the fuck? Did my shit stop streaming? Wait. Why is my shit not showing? Am I tweaking? I don't know if I'm tweaking or not. I think I'm still. You good? Okay, thank you. I don't know why my shit just stopped, but all right, thanks. Anyway, yeah, I deeply agree, because I feel like a lot of people who are saying oh, you're a gaming company, you just gotta compete with PlayStation, Nintendo, and Steam. It's yeah, but I feel like there's a lot of people who really don't understand how much this current generation of kids plays 2 fucking games. They're not gaming enthusiasts. They don't have any third spaces. Let me explain. Back in my day, in 19 whatever, in 1900, back in the 1900s, if you wanted to chill with your friends, what would you do? Ignoring going to their house. Going to their house is not always an option, because sometimes you want to, when you 15, 16, whatever, sometimes you want to chill with your homies, but not with their parents around. So in the 1900s, if you wanted to chill with your friends, what would you do? You would go to the mall, you would go to the park, you would go to a skate rink. All them type places is either becoming child unfriendly or are closing down. So what do? You hop on Fortnite. You hop on Apex, you hop on whatever game platform, and you just use it to talk to your friends. Because think about it. People nowadays, when they hop on a game, they don't even really be playing a game to get wins and to get better at the game. Niggas just be playing a game to talk to their friends. Most of the people under my age range, they don't give a fuck about the game. They give a fuck about talking to their friends mostly. So yeah, I agree. There's a stereotype in the gaming community, game type community, that mostly kids play games, but it's nah. Again, they play talking to my friends simulator. And then COVID definitely didn't help that shit anymore, because those spaces that were already closing down got closed down even further en masse. COVID just wiped a lot of them shits away. It just wiped them bitches off the face of the planet. So it's bro, niggas really ain't got no place to chill, so they chill on the game. And not everybody wants to chill on the game. When they're done talking to their friends, what do when they cut the game off? The answer isn't usually cut on a different game, cut on a single player game. No, the reason why a lot of these friend slop games and multiplayer games in general are popular is because they're a third space. When niggas get off the game, they go watch TV. Niggas get off the game, they go scroll on TikTok. Why do you think all these social media platforms is copying TikTok's format? Because people love TikTok. Yes, gaming makes the most money out of every form of entertainment, But the one that has the most attention, which is what these companies in entertainment are all striving for, is TikTok. So in my opinion, yeah, he's very right. TikTok is a 10 times bigger competitor than PlayStation, than Twitch. Even like right now, me streaming on Twitch, if I was streaming on TikTok, I would be more 10 times likely to get discovered. But TikTok is a dog shit platform and they don't give me any discoverability anymore. But that's neither here nor there. That's something different. But yeah, even though Xbox has been catching L's all week, I agree. Because think about it. If people really didn't like Xbox that much, or if Xbox was really competing with PlayStation, then how do I phrase this? If Xbox was not competing with TikTok, I don't think this would even come across his mind. Because I understand where the confusion comes in, because they're talking about a video content sharing platform versus a gaming platform. But it's like, at the end of the day, most people are not thinking that complex. Most people are thinking, what is fun? That's it. In their brain, the sentence is, what is fun? Not everybody understands technology. So being able to play a game on your phone is pretty fucking cool. Being able to play a game over the cloud is pretty fucking cool. Whether it be, I just don't want to sit up at my TV, or it's a matter of I'm on the train going to work, or I'm on a plane on a trip. It's real convenient to be able to play games over the cloud and on your phone. And also, it's real convenient in the idea of the phone that you already have in your pocket can play something that you used to have to pay $500+ to buy, to play on. Because like a PlayStation, Xbox, all that, for some people, that's not in the realm of affordability. So if they don't have to buy an Xbox or PlayStation, they won't. And some people will say, you know what? Why buy an Xbox when I can scroll on TikTok? That shit, if you're watching this video, that may sound stupid as fuck to you, but to other people, that's just their reality. They don't care about games. They care about what's entertaining. So, TikTok on this phone that I already got. Also, it's 100 times cheaper to buy just a Xbox, PlayStation, whatever you prefer, controller, and to play a game on your phone than to buy a whole console. Also, keep in mind, not everybody got the availability of a TV to sit down at. I know plenty of people that are homeless, that are gamers, that just stick to shit like Roblox and Fortnite Mobile, PUBG Mobile, because they have nothing else. And TikTok, being as easily accessible as it is, gets more of their attention than not. Now, I'm not going to speak of the ethics of trying to get them in the ecosystem, but on a business level, why wouldn't you make your shit available that way? People are going to want to entertain themselves. You make money by them entertaining themselves on your shit instead of on somebody else's shit. So they're just trying to make their stuff as available as possible. So business-wise, it kind of makes sense. Niggas is clowning at Xbox for it, but I kind of stand with Xbox on this one. I don't stand with them on that though. Anyways, this one I'm gonna do a bit more intensive reading on, so buckle up, buckos. But allegedly, the next generation of Xbox is going to be a PC console hybrid that is also able to play PlayStation games. Now, if what I think this article is about is true, here's what I'm predicting. Oh wait, I haven't been looking at the fucking... One second, y'all. I forgot to pull up the goddamn YouTube chat. Say hi about it. And games on disc. Oh, that's another thing. You're fucking right. I'm so mad I didn't look at the YouTube chat. But you're very fucking right. Another thing I didn't consider is to get games on disc for Xbox versus PlayStation. Sometimes that shit is just cheaper. That's a fucking fact. Sometimes that shit is cheaper to get on disc, whether it be through reselling from mom and pop shops and stuff like that, or even just going to get that shit at a backyard. Like, yo, you know how many people I know that are into like vintage retro game collecting, that love going to yard sales to find games? Cause like, if you go to a yard sale, you'll find a really old game from a grandma. Oh my god, Dumb niggas will sell you those old games at any fucking, like, yo, grandmas at yard sales will sell you a sealed copy of Super Mario 64 for $15 fucking, and then you could go on eBay and sell that same shit for 10 bands. Like, bro, they, like, if I was a person going to get retro games, I would be like, damn, I feel bad, bro. Oh, here's the $5. Like, nigga, no real shit. Like, I hope karma, that would be the time where I hope karma is in a real system, because that shit will beat the fuck out of me, bro. That shit will beat the fuck out of me, bro. But anyway, getting back on track. As y'all know, if you're new here, I usually skip the first paragraph because it summarizes the whole shit, and if I'm going to read it anyway, what would I need a summary for? Last week, it was confirmed that Halo will officially be coming in blah, 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 nigga, we know. What about the next generation? Oh, also, I just want to state real quick. What we are talking about right now is a rumor. So if you have any grains of salt nearby, make sure that when you listen to what I'm saying, you take them while listening. I need to set a fade for that, but I'll do that later. Back to what I was talking about though. This report comes from Windows Central, and while Microsoft itself has yet to reveal its next generation of console, Xbox President Sarah Bond has hinted that this is the direction to be expected from the company moving forward. When recently discussing the the shit that they made, y'all know what the fuck it is, and the future of Xbox in an interview with Mashable, Bond stated the next gen console is going to be very premium, very high-end, curated, blah blah blah. You're starting to see some of the thinking we have in this handheld. Wow, what? How the fuck does that indicate that the online is gonna be free? Because like everybody who sells a product is going to say their product is premium. What actually shows me that your product is premium? You know, like everybody could say, yo, I got this oil that cure you, but how do I know it's not snake oil and that it's a real oil that does something? Right? Everybody's gonna say their shit is premium. What features does it have? We're starting to see blah blah blah. While she was still quite secretive during the interview, Windows Central report lines up with her past statements. It's been a very eventful few months for Microsoft and Xbox. Yes, indeed it has been. Oh wait, let me pull my sound effects back up. Between the controversial layoffs, the success of ROG Ally, and the surprising price hikes for Game Pass, the company has faced a series of highs and lows, with Bond's comments about the next wave of Xbox being a premium experience allowing players to access PlayStation games via Steam would definitely be a strong selling point for some people. The next gen blah 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 blah, we just read that. Only time will tell if these reports are accurate, blah 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 blah. Okay, so again, we're just speaking in hypothetical. If the next generation, because I feel like, how do I put this? I feel like when it comes to paying for online, the shit feels stupid, and like they be taxing. Because like real talk, they could be like Nintendo, which I hate to call Nintendo the good guy right now, but they could be like Nintendo and charge niggas $20 a month. But they keep upping the price and holding a metaphorical gun on our neck saying, but you gonna pay it, pussy, so pay it. And it would be cool for the online to be free again, but I mostly play on PC, and when you play on console, all free games have free online. So the majority of niggas who buy Fortnite, who buy an Xbox just to play Fortnite, which yes, there are a lot of people out there who buy a whole fucking console just to play one goddamn game, and it'll be a free game. Pisses me off, but that's a conversation. This will be cool for them, but I feel like the fact that when you pay for online you get benefits, I feel like they're gonna just make it the online is free and you just pay to get that subscription service to get like free games every month, like whether it be games with gold or Game Pass. But if this is the case and they make online for every game free, I think this will be an overall W for all gamers. Now again, take this with a grain of salt. We're just reading hearsay, but whatever. Oh, and last but not least, y'all remember last time Well, y'all may or may not remember. Yesterday. No, was it yesterday? No, because I didn't do any news yet. Well, a previous day on stream, I saw this dude make a trailer for his AI video game showcasing some of his wonderful and amazing gameplay. And he basically went, guys, I swear to God, bro. 1 second, I'm getting a phone call. I'll be back in a second, y'all. I gotta open the door. Just enjoy the background music till I come back. I am back. What was I doing? Oh. So as y'all may or may not remember, on the last stream where I talked about news, we seen a wonderful, splendid piece of art. This dumb nigga, this wonderful individual said he has made and produced the first AI video game. And here's our sneak peek at that wonderful piece of art. Let's see what greatness he has in store for us. First thing I will say, I gotta give him props, because usually when I'm looking at AI visuals, whether it be art or just random images, usually it has a piss color filter. W number one. This game doesn't have a piss color filter. What the fuck? Yo, this nigga telekinetic? Look, he pressed the button on the wall and the flashlight is just floating by his side. This nigga controlling the flashlight with his mind. Yo, hey, W game trailer. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to play a realistic video game where the flashlight flies beside me while I press a button on the wall for some fucking reason. I guess, bro. Whoa! This nigga can make the flashlight disappear? Game of the year. I love watching and playing. I love playing games where I could just make a flashlight disappear at will. Game of the year, people. Game of the year. What? That wasn't falling apart 2 seconds ago. Now it is? What? Am I tripping? Was that like that before? No, the stairs were perfectly fine. This nigga turns backwards and makes a left and all of a sudden it's falling. It all falls down like Kanye West? I guess, bro. And wait, see, I noticed a pattern when I was editing the footage for my other TikTok about this. Why does everything randomly turn into lava, bro? Like, why does everything spark up every five? Like, look, why? Why is the button for this random lift in a disembodied space with hospital beds in the background on fire? Well, like, what part of this makes sense? Where did that water come from? This nigga has blonde hair now. Did he have on hair dye before? Game of the year. Game of the year, man. Game of the year. It's cold now. Now he's on a stretcher in a morgue. This nigga has three. Yo. Not only do I love games where you can use a flashlight. Oh, you know what? Earlier, he didn't put the flashlight down. He gave it to himself in his third arm. Oh. W continuity. Okay, it makes sense now. I understand it now. The fuck? This nigga grabbed the drawer and got struck by a smooth lightning bolt. Dun 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 dun. What momentum did he use to hop off the ground with? And what the fuck? I guess, bro. What? Where did those come from? Yo, the way that shit spawns in out of nowhere, it looks so disgusting. I mean, it looks absolutely great and amazing. So he just came out of there, and it was a realm with a broken ladder with a bunch of disembodied hospital beds. Now he goes back, and it's a ladder there? W game. Game of the year. Game of the year. All right, so where? When he walked up just now, there was a whole roof right there. This nigga climbed up a ladder to nowhere. This nigga climbed up a ladder to the ceiling. What? Game of the year. See? There it go. There it go. What did I say? Everything randomly turns into lava with this AI video game. Also, where the fuck? How did he? Is this nigga using the back of the flashlight to peel open a grate that turns it into lava? What would? Apparently this nigga wasn't crawling into the ceiling. At the top of the ladder, there was a doorway just slightly obfuscated out of view. Bro, this shit is dog shit out of 10. I mean, this is by far the greatest video game trailer I've ever seen in my life. Just like, this is a pure masterpiece. Game developers, if you are looking to develop a game, you should make it make no fucking sense and make it completely out of AI like this. This is what we want for the future of gaming. In the future, we want our games to be unentertaining slop that doesn't make any sense. My only critique is that I wish this had a piss color yellow filter. That's my only critique. I wish that this image was piss colored down to hell. Jokes aside, this shit is ass. Like, please, if you are an indie developer and you're watching this, don't ever use AI to make a fucking game like this. And like, I want to leave y'all with a quote I heard in a video. I forgot who originally said it, but it was in a video from either Micro or How Money Works. People aren't concerned that AI will be able to do their job better than them. Most people are concerned that their manager or their boss or whoever their higher ups are stupid enough to think that AI can do the job of the lower down people. This shit is sad, bro. This shit is sad. Anyways, though, for the people watching on Twitch, all you gotta do is reload your browser. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still streaming. Just reload your browser. I will be right back. Oh, damn. I meant to talk about this too. These were all supposed to be one. You know, fuck it. We'll just do an extra long video today. And we'll talk about all of this in one fucking video. Just do one long video for the day today. That's more so of an update type thing. I more so wanted to make this to like have this out there to show and see that ayo, Marvel Rivals, that little PvE thing you did, that little PvE mode you dropped on our forehead, that little PvE mode with the Nightmare 1 2 3 4 piece, yeah, we like that. Do that again, because reportedly the new PvE mode, Marvel Zombies, has risen Marvel Rivals player count by 70% on just Steam alone. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come, sit right here. Sit right here. Sit. You want to say hi to everybody? Is that what it is? Come on. Come on. The fat fuck. He's a fat fuck. Hey, everybody say hi to Qaptain. Say hi to Puppy. Say hi to Qaptain. Yo, he wants to say hi to everybody. Yeah, say hi. Right there. That's them. Right there. You are not light no more. I can't hold you with one hand anymore. Say hi. Look at him holding on my shoulder. Acting like you scared when I lift you. Alright, sit. Sit. But yeah, Marvel Rivals, that little thing you did where you dropped the PvE mode, yeah, you should do that again. This right here, if y'all don't, Marvel Rival, dear Marvel Rival developers, if you're not sure if you should keep this PvE mode after the little 20-day cycle y'all said, this should be the biggest indicator that this mode should just stay in the game. Don't delete this mode out the game or none of that. Leave it in. Let us play it. Add more characters, add more to it. We really want more. Don't take it from us. Don't take it from us. Because if you do take it from us, if you try and take this mode from us, no. If you try and take this mode from us, you're going to see 100 nerds hop off a plane and walk to your studio. 100 planes at a time. 100 nerds per plane. Or whatever the capacity of a plane is. And we're going to come see you, Guan, get them gone. And we're going to ask you to come outside just to talk. Now, either you come outside to talk, or we go inside to talk. But if you don't get rid of this mode, ain't nothing we got to talk about. Anyway, to keep it going, keep on making fun of AI. Apparently, the employees at EA have mocked how the higher ups are telling them use AI, because like a lot of these companies, as expected, don't actually understand the technology and they have a vague interpretation, a vague understanding. So they're kind of just telling people, hey, bro, just I almost poked my damn self. They're kind of telling people, hey, bro, just use AI it, not knowing that AI is not a magical solution and stuff. There still has to be manual work and labor done. But I want to read into the article and see more about this story because I don't have too much prior context. Employees who spoke anonymously to the outlet say that they are encouraged to use an in-house chatbot called Reef GPT. The fuck is that? Despite it producing flawed code and other so-called hallucinations that they need to correct. Damn. Excuse me. It almost sounds like when you use a tool as the solution to everything instead of a tool that fits the exact scenario it was designed to help in, it becomes more of a burden and makes you do twice the work. Lazy people do twice the work. If you try and use a screwdriver to hammer in a nail, but you fuck around and crack the gel on the bottom of your screwdriver, now you don't have a screwdriver because you was too lazy to go get your fucking hammer, or too lazy to go buy a hammer, you're now fucked, because now not only do you have to buy a hammer, you now also have to buy another screwdriver, despite the fact that you already had a screwdriver. But had you bought a hammer, you wouldn't have had to go buy a new screwdriver and a hammer. Some of these old farts in these companies be dummy shit. They be dummy shit. Those on the creative side, like character and level design, say that they are expected to train the AI software on their own creative work. Yeah, fuck no, I'm not touching that shit. It's led to a belief and frustration that these decisions will ultimately lead to the company no longer needing that type of talent, with layoffs to come. Yeah, you're like, if you're training a person coming up to under you and you're a person, like, I can understand insecurities, but you'll at least be glad knowing that, like, I'm too old to do this job. I'm fucking 54. I should have stopped doing this job at 42. I'm training somebody who's 25, 28 to do this job. Like, in a scenario like that, I can understand them saying, hey, train your replacement with all the wonderful knowledge that you know. But for them to say, hey, Get this fucking clanker right here up to speed so that we don't hire you or anybody after you. Like, if I was a person that could go back in the past and choose somebody to smack the shit out of, I would choose to smack the shit out of somebody that made it harder for everybody else down the line out of greed, out of fear of listening to them niggas. Like, if you listen to them niggas, you're not only fucking yourself over, you're fucking over everybody else. That's why I didn't understand it till I was older, but that's why when you was a little kid and you did something in the class, the teacher made everybody suffer. Because in real life, when you fuck something up, everybody suffers. For example, when you litter. No, actually, better example. This is more like region specific for if you live in a city. Let's say you're too lazy to go to the trash can while you're in a train station and you throw a piece of paper on the train tracks. The train rolls through there, trains roll through there all day, but now track fire happens. Train tracks are on fire. Now you got to get the firefighters to come hose down the tracks or come put fire extinguisher liquid or whatever on the train tracks. And after they get rid of the fire, contain it, now they got to figure out how the fire started and ways to prevent the fire. Then after that happens, now you got to have inspectors come and check the train tracks to try and make sure it wasn't because of something faulty that happened. Now, let's say you threw that paper in the morning and all this transpired through the day. On your way home from work, you're trying to come home from work and go home. You can't. Now you need to walk an extra 30 minutes to the next nearest train station because you was too lazy to walk 2 feet to another trash can because you threw a piece of paper in the train tracks that started a track fire. Now all your co-workers that saw you throw that shit in there are mad at who? You. Because when you started that track fire, you fucked up the way to get home for everybody because they shut the whole train station down. So nobody can use the train station. Everybody got to go 30 minutes out their way to another train station because you was too lazy to walk 2 feet. That's just how life is. That's just how it works. And that's what's going on here. They don't want to train an AI replacement. Because not only am I fucking over myself in 2 to 3 months. Hold on. Not only am I fucking over myself in 2 to 3 months, I'm fucking over the people that come after me for the next 2 to 3 years. I get it. Also, when it comes to coding and stuff like that, like if you're using it to look for a specific thing in the code, then yeah, sure. But if you're using it to generate code itself, nah, that's not gonna work out because coding is a very, like a lot of people think that because coding uses numbers and stuff like that, that coding is a science more than it is an art. And it's really more of an art than it is a science because different people code in different ways, number one. Different people code in different ways, number one. And number two, most of coding has nothing to do with math. Most of coding is going, why is it not working? That's the majority of coding. Why is it not working? Now I need to scrape through my code and figure out why it's not working. I need to decompile, recompile, test this and that, and figure out why is it not working. That's what most of coding actually is. So using a machine to generate code is not gonna help. Because if the code is fucked up, you didn't write it, so you don't know how to fix it. Spaghetti code is a real thing for a reason. Say that they are expected to train them, is led to a belief and frustration that these even one former employee, a senior QA staffer at Respawn, believes that I was at least partially to blame for his job loss this year. QA staffer, oh, quality assurance, yeah. Just tell them to sign up on this form and we'll get back to them. He told the outlet that AI was able to perform a key part of his job, reviewing and summarizing feedback from hundreds of playtesters. Yeah, that's true, but the thing is, when it comes to dealing with people, right? The part that an LLM will never do is notice the nuances in the way that people speak. Because one interesting thing, kind of interesting to me in terms of I like technology, so I find this type of stuff interesting, is how a lot of AI like systems and LLMs, they have a very bad time distinguishing when you tell it to do something and when you tell it to not do something. So for an example, if you tell an AI, do not draw a picture of a purple cow, if a human hears that, they know, okay, I can draw a stick figure person, I could draw a house, I could draw a video game character, I could draw myself, I could draw you, I could draw some headphones, I could draw my favorite snack to eat. They understand what the sentence "do not draw a purple cow" means. AI, all they hear is draw in the words purple cow. It just completely ignores that knock. Yo, how much fur did you just dead just now? Come here. Come here. But AI doesn't understand that. So certain nuance to things like that, like an AI LLM could see a bunch of people say, hey, we do not like this feature. All the LLM is gonna hear is "we like" and "feature," and potentially tell the developers to keep in a feature of the game that no fucking body likes. Because the idea what they're trying to do with this shit is make it so they could go and a game is just made. They just press the enter key and a game is made. 15 minutes later, people say, we're tired, we want a new game. Now another, oh shit, I paused my music. Now another game is made. They press enter again. Now another game is made. Again. They want to make it so that they can make a gaming experience that people are going to pay for by the day, to the point to where it's a subscription service where they could just infinitely poop out content. They basically want AI to be their infinite monkeys on infinite typewriters. And it's like, that's not going to work. That's not gonna work. First off, it's fucking with the environment. But even if we just look at that on a business sense, like business wise, that shit ain't gonna work, bro. The mandate within EA, a meme posted last month to a Slack channel for employees at EA, Evil Ass Niggas Incorporated, shows a chat room man asking a trio of CEOs what they want. They all answer in unison, AI, the man asks. AI to do what? The CEOs reply, we don't know. The man follows, when do we want it? The CEO's chair again. Right now. Dozens of video game staff responded with crying, laughing emojis. And yeah, that's a very accurate assessment of how them motherfuckers think. They just say, yes, we want the thing now. But they don't understand what the thing is. They just understand what they heard about. Hold on. They come here. Then come here. Come here. Puppy. Come here. Sit. Sit. Thank you. They don't actually understand the technology. They just wanted to benefit them. That's pretty much the rest of the article. It's just them saying shit like EA didn't say anything back. This one is more so of an update than like something to have a full conversation on. I guess the people at Netflix, they felt bad for Crash Bandicoot living on the side of the road being homeless because he's fucking broke. He's poor. Nobody gives a fuck about him or his life. And honestly, if that nigga jumped off a cliff, niggas would just shrug their shoulders and play the old versions through a PS1 emulator. He's getting a TV show. It's either a TV show or a movie. I don't remember. Hydra Wumple Food set for an animated return, brand new series. Yeah, so he's getting a cartoon TV show that's supposed to debut on Netflix. Just letting y'all know to keep an eye on it. And then on top of that, apparently there's a closed alpha test for Avatar Legends. I want to watch the trailer real quick, and then we're gonna hop into some blooming rage. Also, if you're watching on Twitch, it's gonna be a couple minutes before I restart the stream. So if you wanna wait with everybody else, go ahead and hop over to the YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, do me a favor and keep hitting that like button. Thank you. I don't know what it is about this game, but it looks weirdly slow. It looks weirdly slow. See, shit like this is gonna make me mad. Y'all had the time to draw this bitch and put her in the background, but not put her in a fucking game. That's gonna make me mad. And, oh yeah, I forgot this is a tag fighter. What do the tag outs look like? I also want to know what type of tags they have. It looked like, it doesn't look bad. It's just something that my brain, you know what? It's probably because I'm used to seeing fighting games at a high level. This feels slower than it really is. Okay, there was no tagging right there, but this looks pretty cool. She has a counter for some fucking reason. And why is she using so many different elements? This bitch Korra knew how to bend water and that's it. Actually, no, she knew how to bend the other elements, but she didn't give a fuck about using it. That grab animation, I don't know, bro. Another thing about this game, this shit, like this is this trailer, like, yeah, it's in HD, right? It feels like this is 720p. Like, this looks like graphic, not art style wise, but not art style wise, but graphical fidelity wise, this feels like a 720p Xbox 360 game. An obscure Xbox 360 Avatar game that got no fucking marketing. Just like this doesn't have any marketing. It is in pre-alpha, they're still making the game, but yeah. And I always find it kind of sad that like Avatar games can be like such, like, for one of the most popular animation franchises in American cartoon history, it's kind of crazy that literally every video game these niggas have put out has either been a fucking Flash game or sucked ass. Yo, dog. Hold on one second. My dog pulled the cord. One second, y'all. Sit right there, man. Sit. Alright, we should be good. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm good on stream. Fucking loads. Alright, I'm good on Twitch. Check my live preview on YouTube. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm good in both places. I'm just checking. Okay, they got Katara, Zuko. You know what I also find funny about Avatar Media? Avatar Media ignores literally everybody in the Legend of Korra besides Korra, obviously, because she's an Avatar. Like, people hate that show so fucking much. They don't even consider taking time to give Korra anything, especially after that goofy ass, shitty ass platinum game. I hope it's good when it comes out. That's all I'm gonna say for now. I hope it's good when it comes out. That being said, as for the Twitch stream, I'm about to end it. But for when this ends up on YouTube, I don't give a fuck if you like. I don't give a fuck if you subscribe. I just want you to let me know what are your thoughts on what I talked about today, especially that fucking GameStop replying and playing along with that goddamn mango. Like, don't. I'm not going to get back into my rant. Just let me know what y'all thoughts are on that or anything else. As for you.